It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D. Barra. We are here for a review for Smackdown, September 5th, 2025, as per usual. But we're going to be getting into some other stuff, some other pieces of the news. Really quick, my Mets win over on the Chicago Cubs yesterday, so that's amazing. They're on about a 2-win streak. Juan Soto is probably one of the best batters in the league right now, so we love to see that. Go Mets, go! And also the Eagles not only picked up a victory against the Cowboys a couple of days ago, but the Chargers picked up a pretty prominent win against the Chiefs. You know, everyone's asking, where's Mahomes? Where was Mahomes? But I really do think that in some of those situations, defense just simply outplayed offense. If you look at some of the safeties and some of the defensive linemen on some of those Chiefs offensive plays, the offense was just simply outworked, and it's as simple as that. But I do believe that Mahomes will make it back to the playoffs. Chargers were in the playoffs and even the Super Bowl a couple years ago, so nothing's impossible. But football is in a really interesting place right now. Really good performance from the Chargers. We'll see if we can keep up this energy for the rest of the season. Moving right into the Smackdown review. All right, we start off this night with Mr. 17 himself. All right, John Cena, he marches down to the ring, big, massive pop. The Chicago crowd is doing the Chicago thing. I told you guys, you want a good crowd, you go to Philly, you go to Chicago, you go to Boston, or you go to Detroit. You know what I mean? This crowd showed out, no questions about it. Cena is out there, he's talking, he's doing his normal thing, kind of acknowledging that he will not be here for a while, which is so fucking sad, man. We also seen something from AJ Styles on his Instagram implying that he also might be putting down the boots forever soon. So I really do hope that somehow, someway we get an AJ, I really hope somehow, somewhere we get an AJ Styles AEW run. That shit would be generational, even for 2 matches for Cena, man. Just something, because the way that they have been getting booked in the latter half of their careers, simply for being more over and being better talented than Triple H, is so fucking disrespectful, man. And I hope that they can acknowledge that this is a botched booking on their behalf for AJ Styles, and even for talents like a Randy Orton, like a John Cena, eventually like a CM Punk, right? Oh, it's just sad, man. It's sad to see. Sami Zayn comes out there, and Sami Zayn, he is met with boos. Obviously, he's met with boos because he's met with boos because he's interrupting John Cena. It's simple creative like that just doesn't make any fucking sense on its face. You could have him go up against maybe Solo Sikoa, right? One of his more famous defeats, right? You could have it be something like a heel is coming out. The Miz is on your SmackDown roster. Why is Sami Zayn, a face, coming out to confront Cena, a face, just for them both to get hit with F5s, the entire match get disqualified? Sami Zayn and John Cena cut both amazing promos, beautiful fucking promos, as to why they should have a match right there, right now. And it's a really solid all-around fucking match, maybe even match of the night, easily fucking match. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's easily match of the night. Cena pays homage to Kevin Owens. He pays homage to Edge. He pays homage to Edge. He pays homage to Kevin Owens. He pays homage to CM Punk. People that realistically he won't be going up against again for the rest of his run. Also, I think that this idea that he only has 20 appearances left, I think that was a WWE thing. Just the energy that Cena's giving, it's like, I don't see how you put somebody like that on a wrestling card for no less than 5 matches of fucking every other season, right? He is able to work the matches, and I think maybe even if you match the money with Universal or whatever you can to kind of fight off the whole DC incursion thing that's happening right now, Cena could wrestle more fucking matches, man. It's obvious that he wants to. Man, it's so fucking sad to see. But as I did mention earlier, though, Brock the Molester comes out. He fucking renders this match a DQ, and then he fucking all gassed and out of breath. All gas! No breaks! Yada. He goes in the back. He's like, I'll see you at WrestlePalooza, bitch. And it's like, ooh. Listen, if we're gonna have a real conversation, Brock the Molester, all right, is only tape to stop a fucking broken dam. Okay, eventually Brock's gonna finish his fucking run. He's gonna finish his small tenure that he has on his comeback on the comeback tour, and then the company is just gonna have another Brock Lesnar sized hole in the company again. You know, we're going to be getting to something later down the line, the worst kept secret in maybe WWE history, right? But eventually, that is also going to have the same problem with this Brock molester situation. There is going to be a massive hole that now you're going to have to fill. And in reality, you can't fill it with just booking just nonsense and repetitive slop. Like, you can't book your way out of a hole like that. But I digress. We're going to get to it when we get to it. Next on the card, we get Julia versus Michin. I mean, I don't even know how to feel about this, you guys. Honestly, wholeheartedly. Julia, she gets an assist from her outside manager, and this is as to why Michin loses. Just a small little thing, small thing. Your title holders need to look strong. That's it. They have to look strong. Julia isn't even booked as a heel. The crowd loves her because she's extremely talented. So why can't she go over cleanly? Motherfucker, why can't this be a match against Charlotte Flair or some shit, and Charlotte Flair ends up eating a pin, or fucking Alexa Bliss? Why is Michin out here after having a 6-second match with Kiana James last week? 6 seconds. It's fucking embarrassing to Julia. She should be allowed to go over cleanly. She's a dope fucking wrestler. She's also your champion. She's not just some run-of-the-mill fucking Jane Doe. She's your champion. She should be going over clean. She doesn't need help from outside. And on top of all of this, why the fuck is her opponent Michin? Why is that her opponent? Michin? Listen, bro. Listen. I loved Michin. I just fantasy booked Michin in a fucking 15-minute Death Woman match with Shotzi for the ECW Championship not too long ago. It's not impossible to hypothetically get something positive from Michin. It's not impossible. This shit sucked. It fucking blew. Second match of the night. You wanna know what the third match of the night is? It's Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. Not talking about that. I refuse to talk about that fucking match. It's so laughable, the kind of motion R-Truth had going out of fucking Money in the Bank. It's insane levels of motion R-Truth had. Insane, right? He cut his hair and all this other shit, right? And instead of giving us him versus the Judgment Day as a get back for how they treated him, instead of giving us Ron Killings versus The Miz for the final stance in their relationship, giving us maybe he goes up against one of the younger stars as a torch passing moment, you know, for one of the more athletically, just charismatically gifted superstars in the ring that can maybe mirror a young Ron Killings. They sit here and they give you niggas Aleister Black versus Damian Priest fourth week in a row. Fourth week in a row. I don't have time for this shit. It's pointless. It is beyond fucking pointless. Who cares about the end of this fucking match? This feud should have wrapped up the last pay-per-view cycle. Because what is this? We're not even building towards anything. It's not even a situation where the first match is just so out of bounds and so crazy that the next match they have to be has to be Extreme Rules. But even that can't contain them. So we have to have it be a street match where they can fight into the back and go into the crowd. And it's like, progress this fucking story, man. Just keep giving us, oh, I'm Damian Priest, I'm big and I'm sad. Oh, I'm Aleister Black, I'm big and I'm scary. Oh, we don't like each other. They're not even putting on bangers. Like, it's sloppy. It's fucking sloppy fucking wrestling, man. Holy hell. Oh, man. All right, last segment of the night. This is it. Smackdown reviews are getting shorter and shorter because there's not a lot happening. There is not a lot happening on these fucking shows, right? Becky Lynch comes out after a really long introduction from Seth Rollins. Chicago's giving Seth the business, which is like, I guess that's nice. You know, the crowds feel like they're doing something, so I guess they're doing something, right? He introduces his wife, Becky Lynch. She has her whole thing. Oh, I hate the Cubs. Oh, and I hate I hate the Cubs and I hate the White Sox. You guys suck. And it's like, oh yeah, they do suck. They suck. You know, it's right. You know, it's right. You're not wrong. They do suck, you know, so there's that. Eventually CM Punk comes out and they have like this really whatever back and forth. The last 5 minutes of this fucking promotion is AJ Lee. That's the last 5 minutes of this promotion. And, you know, we will be getting into AJ Lee because I guess it is a really big topic of discussion. AJ has signed a multi-year full-time contract with WWE. I seen this and I almost killed myself in Minecraft. I almost killed myself in Minecraft. I'm worried because this promotion's no better than when she left, man. And she really did tell everybody any chance she could, she left because she was being her mental bandwidth wasn't worth it. Like, it wasn't worth the capacity of what WWE was trying to put onto her, right? And knowing that in 5 or so weeks she's just gonna be caught in the recycle rewash fucking this recycle rewash dispenser that WWE has going on. She goes into the middle of that ring as one of your most beloved superstars, maybe of all time, and she holds up the secondary title that has been getting maybe 3 to 5 defenses every other 2 months. Oh man, it hurts. It hurts. And you know, someone argue that 3 to 5 title defenses is a lot, right? You know, Becky will defend it on a Blue Moon episode of Raw. You know, same thing with Julia in the Blue Moon episode of Smackdown. The secondary titles, you know, due to my perfect fucking advice to treat them like actual titles and have them be defended on your TV shows, right? Like, thanks for listening, the Nose. Appreciate the subscribe. When you have a artist and a talent of the caliber of AJ Lee with the kind of motion she doesn't need a secondary title. Tiffy has been doing fuck all nothing. Jade was told to take a back seat to Tiffy. Why? For what? For who? Nobody knows. But AJ Lee's back, so yay. And there is a lot of women in the wrestling community that just genuinely feel just a really positive and just really upbeat emotion about all this, and I love that for them. I think that, you know, if you ask me on any other day of the week, the patriarchy has made it so women can't even walk around in the middle of the night without protection, right? So if they can just experience 5 seconds of joy from something, I'm always going to be on board for that, and I'm always going to support that. I do have to just call it the reality that WWE is atrocious with their booking, and we've seen from some of their Saudi Arabia shows, and even that Women's Royal Rumble that ironically took place in Saudi Arabia, it is not an environment that this company has created where women are properly welcomed, that they're properly given what they deserve. I mean, fuck, it took Naomi about 5 to 10 years to get the world title, and then the fucking chains of life, no pun intended, fall on her lap, and now she has to relinquish that and start from square one. You know, and I can't stop thinking about that. I mean, if anything, why not just put AJ Lee against Stephanie McMahon and have her put Steph over? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I see is that WrestlePalooza is a stopgap to kind of muddy the waters of this AEW WWE feud. Something that also a lot of content creators are really trying to like cash in on. I want to tell everybody right now, a promotion that has been around from the 70s and that has swallowed up multiple separate promotions and has teamed with this $1 billion force and this $1 billion force and on this $1 billion platform, they are going to have more viewers. It just makes the most sense. It simply makes the most sense. We are also not currently in a pay-per-view season for AEW. Views are going to be a little bit lower than they were last week. If you niggas are going to sit here and tell me that a fucking secondary wrestling show starting off with 500 plus cap, that's a negative, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry. 500,000. Like, what was it? It was 504,000. It was 504,000, right? And like 637 or something for the opening minutes of AEW. That's a positive. You know what I mean? Even me recording this video, it is contributing to me not watching the Collision because I am outside of the community of people that can watch the Collision, right? I guess what I'm really just boiling all this shit down to is that ratings, star ratings, viewership, ticket buys aside, it's really about the fucking wrestle. It's about the wrestlers and it's about what we can get. AJ Lee is a phenomenal wrestler. I know anytime she steps in that ring, she will perform. I now have to worry about her, though, eating a pin to somebody who I know doesn't deserve the shine she does. But who knows? Maybe creative sees it different, right? This has been Smackdown, September 5th, 2025. It's been your boy, Cappy D. Barra. I will be doing a review for Collision, and I will be getting to that Spider-Man video. I guarantee everybody I'm not flipping on that. It just takes a lot of editing. There are more One Piece and more sports videos on the way. We'll also be doing something with Young Thug, because that boy crazy. That boy crazy. King Snake is on some other shit, man. We will be getting to all of that later. Y'all stay tuned. Stay beautiful. Peace, y'all.